Nettle, pay attention. If we do not know the names of the plants around us, if we do not acknowledge the individualistic curl of a leaf or creep of a rhizome, they all run together and look like a wall of greenery. That's when we humans start to generalize, lumping anything without a showy flower into the category of weed. Nettle will have none of this. Pay attention, she admonishes. We're all different, all unique. When you acknowledge Nettle's individuality and treat her with thoughtful respect, she'll let you close. But forget yourself, and you won't forget her sting. Nettle reminds you to see individuality and treat the world around you accordingly. If Nettle is pricking you, pause and pay greater attention. Ritual, true seeing. Nettle says, "See me." And really, isn't that what each of us wants? To be seen and acknowledged? Make this your ritual today. See the people around you as unique individuals. Walk through the world with presence, acknowledging in your heart your family, the people with whom you work or study, the folks standing in line with you at the market. In your mind, say 2 unique things about every person you meet. When you slip into your internal world, that place where other people become a bit blurry, consciously pull yourself back into being externally present. As you focus outward, imagine every cell in your body being aware of the details of life around you. Reflection. Who is unseen? Nettle medicine is both vast and fundamental. She gives us the building blocks needed not only for the human body, but for healthy soil. Because she's not showy or flashy, she's not often grown in the garden, and her sting pushes her to the outskirts of civilization. But once known, she is beloved. Are there entire groups of people relegated to the outskirts of your consciousness? Older folks often feel like they're no longer seen as individuals, and whole groups of people are often lumped together under the title of their race, ethnicity, or affiliation. Nettle asks, who has become invisible to you? She reminds you of the gifts you're missing when you stop seeing individuality. Nuthatch, change your perspective. Up is down and down is up. To Nuthatch, it really doesn't matter. This little bird has no trouble when life gets topsy-turvy. A backward-pointing toe lets this quirky friend walk down tree trunks while other birds can only climb up. Is Nuthatch simply being contrarian? Or is going against the grain serving some special purpose? Here's a hint. When you flip everything over, the world looks dramatically different. This allows Nuthatch to store his winter seed stash in plain sight for him, but no other birds. It's hidden by folds in the bark. Nuthatch reminds you to approach your usual problems from a different direction. A change of perspective makes all the difference. Ritual. Find a new approach. Other birds, while hopping up a great tree's trunk, never notice Nuthatch's stash of seeds cleverly deposited in bark pockets that can only be seen when heading down. We often approach problems in our lives from one direction. But what happens if you flip the problem over or find a back door? Let's use the cards that come with this book to find out. Hold the cards in your hands and think of a problem, conflict, or issue you're currently working through. Set the intention to draw a card that will help you approach this issue from a different angle, so you can see both the issue and the solution in a new way. Shuffle or fan the cards with the backs facing you. no cheating, and draw whichever one feels right. Then ask yourself how the energy of the animal you are looking at can help with your particular issue. Does this animal give you a new way to approach your problem? Reflection. Against the flow. There are patterns in all of our lives. Some of them are simple, like which side of the road to drive on, and others are more obscure, more felt than thought. Some of these patterns are social contracts that keep us safe. Others are habits with roots that have been lost in the twists and turns of time and culture. We tend to be reactive when someone goes against the grain. Think of a person who pushes backward against the crowd, goes up the down escalator, or moves against the flow of pedestrian traffic in an airport. What thoughts cross your mind as you get out of the way? How do you treat people who go against the grain? Do you let yourself move against the flow? What's the difference between a rebel and an innovator? Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs.